Good evening and welcome to this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. Today is Tuesday, July 26th, 2016. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Violent Crimes Unit is investigating a shooting incident at Jessops Bay, Nevis, that has resulted in the death of one person. A release from the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force indicates that the shooting occurred at about 2:30 p.m. on Monday, July 25th. Initial investigations revealed that the victim was shot by an unknown assailant or assailants during an attempted robbery. He was pronounced dead on the scene. Investigators from the Violent Crimes Unit, the Criminal Investigations Department, and technicians from the Forensics Services Unit have canvassed the scene for evidence. The investigation is ongoing. The Alexandra Hospital is one step closer to computerizing its healthcare system with a near $100,000 donation of equipment made to the hospital on Monday, July 25th. Presenting the gift to the Nevis Island administration, resident Taiwanese ambassador to St. Kitts and Nevis, His Excellency George Gawe Chu, noted that the equipment will put the healthcare facility among the first few hospitals to merge technology and public health and meet OECD standards and policies.
In promoting the e-hospital project, we are going to adopt a barcode hospital card that will eliminate the paper traveling and the shuffling. And the doctor and the medical professionals in the Alexandra Hospital will have the up-to-date information about the patient when they visit you. And the electronic medical record will keep safely digitalized in the hospital. To assist the technology deployment in the Alexandra Hospital, the Embassy of the Republic of China on Taiwan, we would like to provide the full support for the Nevis Ministry of Health and this hospital.
The donation, according to the ambassador, comprises 25 computers, 3 Surface Pros, and a smart card printer.
With these systems, we hope the Alexandra Hospital will merge with the development of the hospital in St. Kitts. And both islands, they will have the same efficient systems which the patient, no matter they are visit the hospital here in Nevis or to the St. Kitts, they will enjoy the same services.
At the ceremony, chaired by Hospital Administrator Gary Pemberton and attended by Permanent Secretary Nicole Slack-Liburd and hospital staff, Minister of Foreign Affairs and the NIA's Minister of Health, the Honorable Mark Brantley, described the handing over as a momentous occasion and a significant step towards taking better care of the island's people.
We, as an administration, continue to invest heavily in health and trying to improve the healthcare sector and the healthcare system. Insofar as the computerization is concerned, we are all aware that it's a part of a wider project for St. Kitts and Nevis, which we hope in the fullness of time will expand to our health centers, as you've indicated, our pharmacy and all the various aspects of the healthcare system. Combined, this is an investment of nearly $100,000, which is very, very significant, and I think that we ought to thank again the Republic of China and Taiwan and the friendship that has led to this.
Premier Amory noted that the ministry continues to seek ways to improve the healthcare system. The first set of health information cards were issued to Premier Amory and his wife, Vernie Amory, and Minister of Health, the Honorable Mark Brantley, and his wife, Sharon Brantley. The Charlestown Primary School will, within the next 2 months, be the proud owners of a new greenhouse, which is expected to supplement the school's meal program. The new project comes through the assistance of Augustine Merchant, the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation in Agriculture, AICA representative to St. Kitts and Nevis.
Earlier this year, we had an occasion at the Prospect Agricultural Station where we presented a number of agricultural implements to students at the primary school. And while we were there was Miss Jeffers, the principal of the school, who was very keen. She asked some very good questions about the shade house there, the greenhouse there. And she seemed very, very, very interested. And so I promised her that I'll try my utmost to see if I could get a greenhouse for her school. Subsequently, she invited me to her school, and then she told me about her school feeding program. I think she mentioned that approximately 300 students are fed per day, 5 days per week, and her bill comes up to about 26,000 EC dollars per month. And I found that to be very staggering. She told me that a lot of her expense is vegetables, tomatoes, the sweet pepper, etc., etc. And I thought, why would we spend so much money on those items while we can grow them here in Nevis? And that made me more intent on getting a greenhouse for her.
According to Merchant, he submitted a project proposal to the New Zealand High Commission and in quick order was able to secure $10,000 to fund the construction of the shade house, which began in May.
I should give quite a bit of credit to Ms. Jeffords and her school. They have been able to not match, but at least provide some additional funding so that we could have the structure we have here today. And at this point, I would like to give full credit to Randy Elliott. Randy Elliott has been the man who would have been responsible for the construction of this house. In other words, he was the contractor. And he did a splendid, splendid job. And Randy, I'm very happy about it, and thank you very much. This prevented me from having to come to Nevis every day. All I would do is get in contact with Randy on the phone, and it's just as good as if I were here. So I'm really indebted to Randy for this.
Randy Elliott is a supervisor at the Department of Agriculture here on Nevis. The official handing over of the greenhouse is expected to take place in September.
It's my understanding that the New Zealand High Commissioner would be here for our independence, and we are hoping that we'll be able to have a ceremony while she's here and to officially hand over this to the school.
Permanent Secretary Wakely Daniel, on behalf of the Ministry of Education, thanked Merchant for making the greenhouse available and the New Zealand High Commission for the generous donation, while Deputy Principal Carissa David assured that the greenhouse would be put to good use by the school. Still to come,
any person or any vendor who comes to the food fair vendor on Saturday without their laminated passes would not be allowed to sell or to operate.
The details after this break.
Welcome to Nevis.
It's easy to believe that all Caribbean islands are the same until you visit Nevis.
Nevis is the Caribbean of a bygone era.
You will enjoy a most intimate vacation on Nevis. You're only a stranger here once.
We offer exclusive and barefoot luxury stays.
With only 400 hotel rooms, our island may be exclusive,
but the warm, genuine and friendly welcome is just everywhere.
We look forward to meeting you.
Visit nevisisland.com.
Celebrating the old, showcasing the new. Culturama 42.
Welcome back. Both operators who intend to be a part of the Cultural Food, Art and Craft Fair are advised to collect their identification cards for the event. That reminder comes from Executive Director of the Culturama Secretariat, Abonati Liburd.
They have been laminated and they are on a lanyard, and we are expecting that you will collect your IDs and have them while you are vending at the food fair. Any person or any vendor who comes to the food fair vendor on Saturday without their laminated passes would not be allowed to sell or to operate. So I just want to encourage persons to go to the Cultural Secretariat and pick up your vending passes.
The Cultural Food, Art and Craft Fair is slated for this Saturday, July 30th at the Pinnis Park.
Let us imagine you're driving down the road towards Sunshine. On that side of the road, at the top of the road, we'll have parking, and then a little further down we are going to have the stage, and then we'll have the craft Then we'll have popcorn, we'll have smoothies, we'll have bouncing castle, and then below that we would have the food booths, and at the very end we would have all of our barbecue vendors. And that same arrangement would exist on the other side of the playfield.
Entertainment for the all-day event will be provided by the Sugar Hill String Band, Masquerades, Clowns, DJ Woodis, Ultimate Band, Greenhouse Band, Junior Kaisonians, Core Band, Deli Ranks, Sister Sensia, Sugar Bowl, Soca Monarch Artistes, and the Awesome Jam Band. Meantime, if you're looking for a unique way to pass your lunch hour this week, check out Poets in the Square. The literary showcase made its way onto the Culturama calendar in 2014 and has grown in popularity. The 2016 edition of Poets in the Square commenced yesterday, Monday, July 25th.
Girl, run go wash out the doorbell pot, catch up the fire Fred, tell no for send some seasoning. Wait, are you not here? And Miss Mary Talkie dead. The talkie wake up hearty and was strolling about the place when he and Kate half starving dog just buck up face to face.
Gone are the days of coal pots and wood fire, when people used to roast corn and grind cassava, and school used to give out SMA and milk powder, and granny used to bake she tart in them small, sparly enamel plate, and do down she pork in she dobin pot. And morning time, you drink cocoa tea and eat cornmeal pop. You brush your teeth with pigeon peas bush, and cotton lime and rub your toe white foot. And you could run fast and go out the gate, because them days, head teacher, a bank for late. Are you remember them days? Are you sure I do? Yes. Well, remember teacher.
Who that? What a piece of liberty. So you know who you're talking about? Take a good look at me. And me just push me head in there. And I did it forcefully. Well, I who said I don't like it, tell them say I mean. Tell them I watch them tremble and shake with frightened teeth. Call them watch them bow and scrape when they see that I mean. I is the ruling power girl, and I is authority. I make this country jump with joy and rock with misery. I is the country's staff and sword, their fate and destiny. And I push me head which part I want, because the I is me.
This is Culturama, and I feel great. And when I feel this good, it emanates. I'm here to share my thoughts as usual. Whether lively, witty, thought-provoking or cultural, I get to tell the stories or speak between the lines to send a message. Yes, whether through poetry or daily inspired social commentary, I share what I write what I hear or see. And original, this is me, playing my part, indulging in the art, showcasing the old, celebrating the new, getting involved. This is Culturama 42.
The work of guest poet Zara Earl from Antigua and Barbuda is also being featured throughout the week.
I am poetry, and poetry is me, leaving me thirsty on the brink of insanity, where demons called words take possession of me, and all I can see is a desperate need to release and feed on this world and the ones of fantasy. I am poetry, and poetry is me, leaving me thirsty on the brink of insanity.
Poets in the Square takes place daily from noon at the War Memorial in Charlestown. And that brings us to the end of tonight's presentation of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.